Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Childs. Quickly out to the tight end. Oh, did you like that stiff arm? Get a face full of that as he gets it up to the 34.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Using his legs, it's Dura. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
The Tigers are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to sneak it. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. They'll give it to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Pulls it and fires to the left. There he goes. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
LSU moving quickly, going to work again on 1st down. Back to throw, it's Childs. Finds the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Bunch formation for these receivers. Going to the ground. Running into the open space. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. LSU doing what it always does when they're really good, moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, trying to find that physicality. They get so many great players across the country. LSU has the pick of people in Louisiana. Everybody wants to come there, and you can tell they always find great talent, and they're always able to run the football.
Got room to work. Got the 1st down. Looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
And the Tigers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. From the red zone, it's Fry. Heading to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers!
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. They're set to kick it off. And you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Running back searching for a hole. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, pound, pound. The dog pound. Run the football. Be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship. Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge that are dogs.
Got a man. It's Wilson. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Just a little too much there. A little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. The hand to the running back. Got the first down and more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The Dogs, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. The give to the back. Pick up of 5. It'll be third down and 5. Trying to pick up a first down. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Here's the handoff. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
And this defense has had an elite first half. Kept them off the scoreboard. They put a drive together right before the half. Talk about some momentum. Hold them to a field goal here on this third down. Don't let them get a touchdown. They've played so well this first half.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Now on 1st and goal as they try to answer that opener with a touchdown of their own. They'll try to get it in with the run. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Makes the grab on the left. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Dogs!
Well, this offense needed a touchdown. No doubt that was the guy the QB was going to be looking for on that play.
And he tacked on the extra point. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Finds his man. It's Durham. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Looking for a gap. It's Durham. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Motion from the wide receiver. Might be changing the route. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. To the air, it's Childs. Trying to set up the screen. Nice move there. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
Takes this handoff and headed to the right.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the tailback. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Man, this guy is so scary when he has the ball in his hands. He kind of reminds you, he's got a little bit of Leonard Fournette. He's got a little bit of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you know, just that shake and bake. And when they get in the second level, DBs just don't seem to know how to tackle this guy. You don't want to submarine. He might hurtle over you, but if you don't go in with conviction, and he's got the speed to get outside and take it the distance, this dude just makes your heart stop every time he has the ball.
Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Durham. On the move at the 30. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Interesting matchup this week in the Big 12 today. In fact, they're all interesting this season. UCF has the lead right now, but this night's crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet here inside the bounce house. They're up by 4 over Colorado. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this Big 12 Clash of the Titans, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Snags a quick pass on the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. The give to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll run it again. Turning it on. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a first down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
They'll try the run. Thrust that arm out. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Frazier. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. This is a designed run. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a stat that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And he added the extra point. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense in a bunch formation. Back to the ground game on the left. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
To the ground with the back. Powers through the defender. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah.
Breaks into the open. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Dogs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. From the gun, the running back has it. Stopped at the 41-yard line after the 5-yard gain. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. The Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the single back. Finding open areas.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
The inside handoff. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. To throw, it's Stockton. Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
It is loud in here as they try to help him get a stop on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And that decision will be questioned for a while. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. On the run, it's Berry. At midfield, he's got room. Wide open space. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 16.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense working from the pistol. Wants to throw. It's Childs. The screen. He can go. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, you know what time it is. It's about the big boys up front. You got to give me a little bit of space, a little crack. You just can't give up that penetration so my running back can fall forward just like that and get the first down.
LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. They'll ride the hot hand. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. He makes a grab. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
Offense needs a couple of yards on 4th down. Remember, they can get the first down without getting it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! And that one will give them the lead. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Miami opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's building and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. Always fun to see two of the game's better teams duke it out at this point of the season. A good barometer, fellas, for both coaches.
And Kevin Connor's keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Balls and fired complete. Turns it on at midfield. Lot of room to the right. Touchdown, Georgia. Once he got some room, it was over. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the 3rd. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wide receiver going in motion. Making side adjustments here. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Takes it the other way. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Dogs!
This guy really is the complete linebacker. Not only is he physical, and not only can he play downhill to stop the run, this guy is a weapon in pass coverage. You saw it on that play. What can't this guy do?
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. They'll go to the ground. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Childs. Fires to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Incomplete as the screen goes right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
They'll go back to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. The 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Bulldogs. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Last drive was a quick 3-and-out, and now time is even more of a factor to get something going. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. LSU quick to the line.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Makes the catch. It's Durham. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Quarterback making checks. Looking for a man. It's Childs. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Grab near the marker. It's Williams. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. 1st down for this offense. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Got his man in the middle. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play, and they pick up a 1st down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. The corners are walked up tight. Red pass, it's complete. And eventually taken down, but what about that spin move? Gives him the first down yardage. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. They're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Hard running there.
And talking to the coaches this week, that's their guy. The running back is the guy they feel the most confident in. So I expect down the stretch, when you got a lead in this football game, you're going to keep hammering away with your best player.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force-feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
They'll leave it with him. There he goes. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll try to slam it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Georgia. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And that's kind of crazy. I didn't think that would happen coming into this football game. I didn't think we'd get in the fourth quarter and just call his name. This offense, man, he is a big play, dynamic weapon. They got to continue to get him the ball more because he can make enormous plays for your offense.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Anderson. And that is how we will wrap this one up. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that are going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.